This is the VOA Special English Education Report. Young people are perhaps better known for spending money than for saving it, but some new banking websites are seeking to change that. These websites offer young people the information and tools they need to watch over their money. These sites also let users share their financial experiences with other young people. Michael Ferrari developed SmartyPig with a friend in 2007. SmartyPig is really all about helping people save for very specific financial goals. So that could be a wedding, a vacation, an iPhone. Mr. Ferrari says SmartyPig began after he started a college savings account for his new baby. He says that experience helped him realize the power of saving for a specific goal. Helping other savers pay attention to their goals is the idea behind his company. Mr. Ferrari says his website also enables outsiders to add money to the accounts of its users. Perhaps maybe a holiday is coming up or your birthday is coming up, and rather than getting a gift, your friends, your family can actually contribute to any of your SmartyPig goals. A growing number of young people have shown an interest in personal finance sites like SmartyPig. These sites offer tools that help users follow their spending, set up a budget, and combine their investments. And the sites all involve social media. Janet Staubel is with the personal finance website bankrate.com. She says a lot of people feel at ease sharing personal information online. It's not likely that, you might go to a friend and say, "Hey, I paid off $1,000 on my credit card today." But people write up blog posts about it, and they explain how they did it and how much closer they are to their financial goal, whatever it is. Steve Weissman teaches about financial issues at Bentley University in Waltham, Massachusetts. He says the more creative the websites are in providing services, the more successful they will be in competing against traditional banks or even cooperating with them. For instance, SmartyPig. They are not actually a bank, but they are partnered with a bank. And what you're going to see is big banks and little banks that are legitimate financial institutions, but not necessarily the most savvy when it comes to computers or the internet. They will partner up with other companies that may be doing some of the web material and other assistance. For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal. This is the VOA Special English Technology Report. If researchers want to know what happened on a particular day, they often look at newspapers from that day. But what would happen if newspapers stopped publishing? Future researchers would likely turn to the web. The Wayback Machine at archive.org has for years archived websites, but it only does this once a day for news sites and even less often for other websites. 29-year-old reporter Ben Welsh decided to create a site similar to archive.org, but he wanted to archive only news sites, and he wanted to save their home pages more often. Ben Welsh works for the Los Angeles Times. In May, he created pastpages.org. His website saves the home pages of 70 news websites from around the world once an hour. Ben Welsh says this schedule of what he calls harvesting is important in today's quickly changing news environment. Over the course of a day, the narrative arc of a news story can develop quite a bit, he says. He says no one had ever saved the home pages of so many news sites so often and made that material available to the public. He hopes to keep adding to the site until it is archiving material from up to 300 sites. Ben Welsh spends about $60 a month on storage space for pastpages.org. He feared the cost would increase beyond what he could afford, so he asked people for help through Kickstarter. People use that website to seek money for creative projects. Within about a week, he had gotten all of the $5,000 he had asked for, and more. Ben Welsh says he will use the money to expand his website. He hopes to build some features specifically targeted to media researchers and media critics. Stephanie Bluestein was a reporter at the Los Angeles Times. She is now an assistant professor of journalism at California State University, Northridge. She believes pastpages.org will prove to be a valuable resource. Now you could look hour by hour and see the placement of the lead story, how the headline changed, and how different newspapers played the story. Now you can actually compare, she says. Professor Bluestein says news today changes so quickly, even archiving once an hour may soon not be enough. For VOA Special English, I'm Alex Villarreal. To learn English and get more technology news, go to voaspecialenglish.com.